All right, here we go. Mike's hot.
Good morning, Utah Golf Radio coming to you live today from Hobble Creek Golf Course, where we are here at this hallowed ground to bring you to celebrate the Art City Am, this historic and important PPR event. Balls are in the air. Players are on the course with early tee times. The Art City Am being played today. We are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. I am Paul Pugmire, your host and president of First Tee Utah. I'm here in the Sand Trap Cafe with Jan Brownstein, our co-host. Jan, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. You know what the second best thing is about being at Hobble Creek this early in the morning?
I can think of so many. But
I know. Well, okay. So for me, it's always food. So for me, it's the Sand Trap Cafe because they have the best food. They do. It's like a craft kitchen. They make everything from scratch.
I might have already scored one of the cookies that they make here.
Oh,
yeah. So this
Sorry, I wasn't watching it.
It's now a breakfast cookie. Yeah. I know they mean them for later in the day, but
I wasn't.
Okay, I am who I am.
Yeah.
so yeah, already got me a Sand Trap cookie. And the day has only just begun.
Oh, goodness.
We are here also with the new head golf professional, Joel Gross. Joel, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So glad you would take a few minutes with us. We know you're busy. You're running a tournament. We appreciate you sitting down with us. But Joel, we need to celebrate you, my friend. Look, we've known you forever. You have been at Hobble Creek for a long time.
10 years.
10 years. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Jan, we're getting old.
I know.
It happened quick.
Wow.
but the point is, of course, Craig Norman retired earlier this year. And so time for a new head golf pro. And it was kind of a fall on a bed simple thing to do. But sometimes people don't do the fall on a bed simple thing. Congratulations, Joel. You deserve this. You earned it. This is the right thing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Tell us how it went down.
Well, when Craig announced his retirement, the city, instead of just putting me in place, they put us through interviews.
Okay.
So they opened the job up to anybody who would like to apply.
All right.
Which was great.
So I could have applied.
You could have applied.
Oh my gosh!
I
didn't even
the application
think that.
Or not. It's another story.
Okay,
what they required.
There's that.
Valid point.
But I applied. Through the city and the system, I wanted the job. I mean, when I started here, I wanted the job.
Well, let's see.
That's always the goal.
One of the applicants has been a pro here for 10 years, and the rest of them haven't. Okay.
Yeah. And it was a good field that applied. A lot of great guys applied for the job. I was just fortunate that I was able to get it. I mean, I'm very happy
that they don't let you leave because how long was Craig here?
Craig here?
33 years.
33 years.
Was that just as head pro because he was here before he was head pro?
Yeah, he was here before.
Okay, just as head pro.
As head pro, we started in 2014-15, right when Sonny retired.
And then Sonny started here shortly after they invented electricity.
Yeah.
He
was here forever. I mean, it was a millennia.
Who even knows?
Yeah, it was a millennia. He was.
Yeah, didn't he invent Hobble Creek or something like that?
Something like that.
And so then Craig came in, and so now it's your torch that you must keep lit for at least 33 years. Okay, got that?
If I'm here for 33 years, yeah, there's gonna be a problem.
No, that'd be awesome if you were still here for 33 years. I mean, this is the golf
kind of the way they do it at Hobble.
This is the golf course I think that golf pros want to retire to.
Jan, how old do you think I'd be in 33 years?
I don't know. I don't think you're that old right now. So
52.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know how old Craig is, but I mean, you could be in your mid 60s by then.
Let's put it this way: in 33 years, I'll almost be 90. So,
oh my gosh.
Okay, never mind.
Well, okay. Still, this is Hobble Creek.
Yes.
It is.
It has a vaunted position in Utah golf, in Western golf, as it should. Widely known, widely respected, universally loved. My favorite quote about this place is from Danny Summerhays.
Okay.
Who said, "There is no better walk in the game of golf than Hobble Creek in the fall. And I go, well, yeah, actually, that is true. That is true.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
With just the canyon setting.
And when the leaves turn.
It's just beautiful.
Look, being at Hobble any day is really this is a remarkable property. It is amazing to me that the nature that this canyon, given what it is, gets a golf course in it. It is so cool. It's such a great place to have golf.
Oh, it's a beautiful setting. It's a great, wonderful area. It's a good community to be in. Still, the history here you're talking about. You go out here at the Art City, and one of the groups just teed off on number 10. I mean, it was like, yeah, my dad helped build the pro shop. He helped build the clubhouse. I remember when I was 10 years old, I came up here, was moving rocks off of fairway number. Now it's number like 16, 15.
Yeah.
I was doing this and that, and it's a huge, rich history in the community. And that's what also I think makes it very special.
Absolutely.
Is having that kind of history and having people that care about the golf course from all over local areas.
And this is a community track, and that's one of the things I like about it is that it gathers and develops community at this golf course. And it is, of course, a municipal track, City of Springville. But I think that the rest of us throughout the state think that it belongs to us as well.
I think it does as well.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. I didn't want to step too far.
No, I think it belongs to all the golf community because we get so much support from outside. I mean, again, this event's a great melting pot of that.
Oh, heck yeah.
I've got guys that come in from St. George. I've got a couple that fly in from Texas to play.
That have played every year.
Ever
since its inception.
Yeah, and I've got some guys that, since I've been here for the last 10 years, that have come in every year to play, and they fly in. They purposely put it on the calendar. Arizona, Texas, California. A couple of them come in from Washington, Oregon. We're all over the board getting players that come in for this event. I think that's a great showing for us. And the other thing that's a great showing is the Friendship Cup.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's organized.
Yeah, I'm actually involved with that. I know exactly what you're talking about. This is, of course, the cultural and golf exchange program.
Yes.
Between Utah golfers and golfers from Scotland.
Yes.
Mostly on St. Andrews, but around.
Yeah.
And came here last year.
Yeah, they came here last year.
And
a couple of them have been back since.
That's so cool.
Just a couple weeks ago, and they said, we love this golf course. We love to come here and play from Scotland. And when we came over here, we really enjoyed Hobble Creek, and we're looking forward to coming back again. So,
I equate back to the community part. I equate Hobble Creek here to Bonneville and Salt Lake. It's like this is the DNA for Utah County golf.
It is a shared experience. There's no question.
Is the Utah?
No question.
Up the Salt Lake. DNA to local.
That's funny. I grew up playing at Bonneville.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
See there, that totally makes sense.
It
completely translates. But the way that you talk about it is exactly the way that we talk about Bonneville.
Yeah, it is. One of my favorite places in the world is right exactly where we are. We're in the Sand Trap Cafe as part of the part of the clubhouse here, but then there's a balcony, a patio, and looking down to the par 3 number 10. Now, most of the holes go up and down the canyon.
Yes, east-west.
Yes, east-west. Number 10 goes north-south.
Yes,
but meaning that you can sit here and look at the hole number 10, the whole of it, number 10, about $160 from the tips down a hill to a green that is beguiling.
Yes, it is.
And but the look of this hole set into the canyon against the hill, sitting here eating Sand Trap Cafe food, watching play on number 10 is one of the great joys in life.
Yep,
it is. We get a lot of people that come up,
and you get to do it every day.
Just do that,
and just sit and watch.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you? I mean,
and if you go on, it would be the east side of the balcony. You can watch people 3-putt 18.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I like how you put that because that's exactly what it is.
Yes.
And we're as we come up 18, we're thinking, please don't be please don't be spectators. Please don't be spectators. Because, that 3 could turn into a 4.
Well, just don't look at the clubhouse.
Yeah, well,
just keep an eye on the green.
You can feel all the eyes looking at you.
Because, and I say 3-putt because we know now about that green. Everybody knows about that green. Pin is back center today.
Yes.
One of the first things I did when I got here this morning was go check the pin on 18.
Yes.
It's going to be so stupid hard to get the ball back to that pin. And even if you do, you're not done.
Nope.
No.
That's a good pin placement.
That's a tradition.
That and front left.
The front left is a good one as well. Front right's even pretty good.
Anywhere on that
green. You can choose a lot of those.
Yeah, center will make you work.
Everything.
Well, talk about controlling your fate.
Well,
that's a no.
No, but the key to it is, and a lot of people, I think, when they're playing the golf course, it takes a local knowledge to understand it. It does.
Yeah.
But a lot of the keys with your approach shot that you're going to hit the green with, come in high on the right, and you just let the ball trickle, and you hope that it runs below the hole, so you're putting back up.
Yeah. And you hope it stays on the green.
You hope it stays on the green.
Yeah.
When you're hitting a shot from over 200 yards,
good
luck.
Yeah, really.
Just take your chances and put it up there and see what happens.
That's the way I approach the second shot. There is okay. I'm just going to slap at this, and I'm going to see what happens. It might be good. It might not. Yeah. And if it's not good, I'm not losing that much to the field.
No. And to me, you're better off if you're going to miss anything, miss left.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're chipping up the hill. You're coming up over the top. It's easier than chipping downhill and running across the green and off the other side.
I've had third shots from the right side of that green, and there ain't no joy.
No, there's no joy on that side.
No joy on that side.
No, go ahead.
Okay. There are so many other things. First of all, we had Craig on the show earlier this spring after the windstorm and the damage y'all sustained. Yes. How's the healing?
Healing's going really well. We removed some of the tree stumps that were still out there.
Okay.
Like on number 8, we pulled those.
That was pretty big scar left there.
Yeah. We had a couple big tree stumps out there. We removed them. We've replanted the grass in a lot of areas.
Mm-hmm. Are you playing it as ground under repair for the Art City?
For the tournaments. Okay. It's ground under repair.
Okay.
A lot of the other stumps that are out there, a lot of them aren't in play, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But some of it's going to wait until the fall when we're closed down, so we can get some trucks out there and get some work done and really move them, because a lot of the tree companies that came in told us to remove the stumps. You don't want anybody around. And I said, okay.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah. And he said, we'd like to come in when you're closed because the decibel level of, I guess, the grinder.
Oh, that makes sense. I was thinking heavy equipment. Yeah. You don't want to take the heavy equipment on the course while you're irrigating.
No, I don't want to do that while I'm irrigating, and I don't want to do it when snow hits the ground.
Right.
Valid.
It's too soft.
Sure.
So there's a window of opportunity, and that heavy
How do they get it out of the ground then?
They just grind it.
They grind it up.
It's a big machine they bring in.
It's actually worth a YouTube search.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I've seen this before.
It's cool to watch. But they bring in this big grinder, and it basically chews the tree stump down to a hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Then they dig out a little bit of the root, and they're done.
Wow.
They come in and fill it in.
Okay, I've got to see that. That's
and
incredible.
The big cottonwoods that we lost on the back. And when you look at a stump that's
I thought it was like
4 or 5 feet around. That's
I thought a giant came in with some pliers and just wiggled it out.
Yes, Jan, giant pliers.
Yes, giant pliers. Wiggled it out like a tooth.
And uprooted on the golf course.
But still, now you mentioned these big cottonwoods that went down. It's pretty remarkable they didn't really cause a lot of havoc in falling over.
Yeah. We were fortunate that way.
Yeah.
A lot of the wind damage on the cottonwoods, the ones we took out, one cottonwood fell into another cottonwood, so it was held up. So that was kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really hit the ground and put a crater in the earth.
Yeah.
The other one split the tree.
Oh.
So it was still standing, but it was split. And it was a danger.
So you had to take it down.
Yeah. So we took it down.
Let's talk about the Art City Am.
Okay.
A remarkable legacy and history of winners here. Most of the great BYU players have put their name on this trophy over the years. Yes. Most of the great Utah players have put their name on this trophy over the years. Just a couple of years ago, a guy who checked both boxes, Cole Ponich, came in and won it. And it was significant because Cole had been injured. Cole was away from
Away from the game.
He went, well, he was away from making noise.
Yeah.
Okay. He was still in the game, but he just wasn't doing anything. He couldn't. And this tournament marked his resurgence, marked his return. From his win here, he went on to have a really strong senior year at Brigham Young. And now he is making waves on the Americas Tour. So most recently, Cole Ponich, a couple of years ago, checking both those boxes. This field is deep and strong. Somebody wins here, they got to beat a lot of good players.
Yes, they do.
Who are some of the names have your attention?
Boy, this year there's a lot of new entrants this year.
Okay,
which is really interesting to me. But
locals.
Okay, a lot of locals, but a lot of the good names that are out there that you see over and over and over again that come in have won at other places.
Yeah.
You hit me right off the bat with this, and I'm trying to remember the
entire
field. Sorry, we have a strong field. There's about.
I'll say who's playing from BYU.
Because you've got players like Devin Tovey on the list, plus fours.
Exactly. And Devin, of course, just won the Salt Lake City Am. And actually, and folks, we did a podcast with Devin's win. So check it out wherever you get your podcasts, the Utah Golf Radio podcast. Devin's interview is really interesting. And one of the things he says there is, because it was so significant that Devin Tovey, a son of Bonneville, wins the Salt Lake City Amateur. And the first thing he's saying, what's next for you? He goes, well, I really, really care about the Art City Am. I would really love to get an Art City Am. And so that's immediately where he's going.
Yeah. And I think he's a strong contender. And
His game's in good shape.
And you've got
Schoen's here. David Jennings is here.
Jennings is here. Unfortunately, we had a couple of withdrawals from some of the players that are on that top end right there.
Okay.
But I think there's a great field with all those guys playing together, and they're really out here. I mean, it's a great competition to watch them. And I think they look at this course and they go, you know what? What I hear from them is, you can hit the long ball, but you really have to have your short game in shape. You have to have your putter working at Hobble.
There's a couple of spots here where a big drive is helpful. No question. No question. Number 3, you want to bang it.
Yeah.
But there are more places here where not only do you not need that, but where you want to be making sure you're on the right side of the fairway. You really got to be thinking through your next shots when you hit your tee ball.
Absolutely. This is more of a position golf course.
It
really is.
It is.
I mean, there's a lot of players that can get around. I mean, a lot of those guys don't even need to pull a driver out of the bag. They could play with irons all day and shoot really good scores.
Discipline versus courage. We talk about that all the time. It's harder for discipline than it is to be courageous and try to bomb it. It's harder to say, no, I'm not going to use that driver. I'm not.
But it's more fun to hit the hero.
What do you pull on 13T?
I hit a driver.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I hit a driver.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get it down there. And I'm trying to get it down to a spot where I actually have something
it's got like a
9-iron or an 8-iron.
I know, exactly, right?
I'm not trying to do anything different.
So it is such a good hole. Man, I love that golf hole and the way it funnels down in the driving area. And not only with the width of the fairway, but the overhang of the trees. And with the overhang, there's like a 12 or 15 foot margin that you can be in to have an open second shot when you get down there for bomb distance. But I've actually ended up being like you. And my thinking is, I'm going to try. And if I don't pull it off, which is going to be most of the time, then I just bump something out and it's a 3-shot hole anyway. And I leave the crick alone and just turn it into a 3-shot hole. But I'm going to try to get it into that little window.
That's exactly right. You got to try. And I know a lot of guys, like I say, I wouldn't be shocked if instead of pulling a driver, they pull a 3-wood today.
Yeah.
And throw it down there. They still have about 150 yards.
If they don't have tree overhang issues. But
because that's where you have to get to, not to have that overhang. When you're out at 180 yards, you have the tree overhang.
Yep.
And like you say, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the cute girl in school.
Once in a while, exactly. Ask her anyway.
Ask her
what
anyway.
can she say?
What can she say besides no?
Yeah, no. Exactly. And then you're in the same place as if you don't ask.
Exactly. So you might as well go for it, right?
You might as well.
I mean, because there's a chance. What you're saying is there's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Okay. All right.
Oh my goodness.
My Joel. we are so grateful to you for sitting with us. And look, there's one other thing I want to say. Like most everybody, I know a lot of people whose this is their home course. And what I am hearing out there is universal pleasure and agreement that you got this job, that you are the guy, that you are carrying on the vitally important Hobble Creek flag in Utah golf. I agree with that. I think you're terrific. I think it's really great that you're in this seat now. Congratulations, and I'm looking forward to great stuff.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the support.
Absolutely. That is Joel Gross, the new head golf professional at Hobble Creek Golf Course. Joel, I know we got to let you go. Get out there. Run us an Art City Am, man.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Right.
Thanks, Paul.
Good luck.
Thanks, Jan.
Yep.
We'll see you.
First Art City Am.
Oh, my gosh. Well, actually, what you just said really strikes me as I know that, but I was thinking there's not a first Start City Am. It's always been.
Yeah.
It's
first.
I know what you're saying. It just struck me as funny to say it that way. And now that you do say it, yeah, there actually was a first Start City Am, I think in the 1960s. But anyway, it just seems like it's like air.
Yeah, it just happens.
It's just here. All right, we will have a full report for the outcome of this tournament later. It'll conclude Sunday evening, and we'll let you know on our podcast, on the Utah Golf Radio podcast. All right, we need to move on, Jan. We need to do a JetX Jug update. The JetX Jug, brought to us by our good friends at First Utah Bank. Check them out at firstutahbank.com. JetX Jug, the backdoor fantasy game we play here on Utah Golf Radio, where we are trying to identify the 3 players who will barely make the FedEx Cup playoffs. That is, barely get into the top 70. You get a point. Get to pick 3 of them. You get a point for each position, for the position they finish, up to and including number 70. Number 71 and beyond, Jan, what do you get?
You get nothing.
Nothing, not a nil, no points. And so it is a lot of fun. And right now, Rhino is
just
leading.
Killing it.
He is killing. He's pulling away.
He really is.
His lead is improving. He's got Austin Smotherman, a first tee kid from Sacramento.
Yes.
Bud Colley and Sanjay M. All 3 of those players
they're getting big points.
Yeah, and they're in the 50s and 60s, and all 3 of those players are getting points. And that's the trick to this game.
Look at our MVP. If we ended today, it would be Max Homa.
Max Homa.
Straight up 70.
Yeah. That is interesting and counterintuitive. You think of Max Homa as a top 20 player, but there he is.
There he is.
Okay. All right. Entries are closed for this year. However, you can follow along on UtahGolfRadio.com with the obvious JetX Jug buttons. And of course, we will give you an update each week here on our live show on ESPN 700. We need a UPod update, Jan. UPod update brought to us by our good friends at Scott Golf. This Utah product made just down the road here in Payson, Utah. Scott Golf clubs are so sweet. I love mine. Check them out, scottgolf.com. The UPots, the Utah players on tour. Jan, how the boys be doing?
All right. Well, last week they were at the Charles Schwab, and Patrick Fishburne finished T54 even. 280 on rounds of 70, 68, 71, and 71. Both Tony and Zach missed the cut this week. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say a weekend for Patrick
and not for Tony.
Oh, I know.
I know. I thought that was kind of funny too.
But there we are, making the weekend. That's the name of the game on the PGA Tour. You got to make the cut. That's where points and checks are. Yep. Okay.
All right. This week, Tony is at the Memorial. He currently sits T12. He's even 144 on rounds of 70 and 74. The cut line was +5.
So Tony making the weekend at the Memorial, at Jack's tournament at Muirfield Village. We talked about this extensively when I was on Spence Checkett's The Drive yesterday afternoon. And the 74 for Tony, yeah, it sounds kind of rough, but this is at Muirfield Village, and Muirfield had its teeth out yesterday. He didn't lose much in the field. He's still T12 going into the weekend. And so let's watch.
Well, I mean, look
Tony
at, I mean,
does
you
there.
could see how it is just because the cut line was plus 5. That
cut line,
that tells you right there.
Yeah, valid point. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So on the Corn Ferry Tour last week, they were at the UNC Health Championship. Peter Quest finished T60 plus 5, 285 on rounds of 70, 68, 72, and 75.
So a little slip on Sunday, but still a weekend, and that's what matters.
Exactly, exactly. Both Daniel and Preston did miss the cut on that. This week they are at the BMW Charity. Preston Summerhays currently sits T32 minus 3, 138 on rounds of 70 and 68.
Go P-Train.
Yes, I love that. Zach Blair and Daniel Summerhays both sit T46 minus 2, 139 on Daniel was 69.70 and Zach was 70.69.
So 3 made cuts there.
Yes. And then in the Americas Tour, Connor Howe and Cole Ponich, we just talked about Cole. They are at the Mexico Championship. Cole Ponich currently sits T46 on a first round 72 minus 172. Why does it? That's not minus 172. It has to be even 72.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and Connor Howe T88 plus 2, 74. Play was suspended due to lightning. That
is scary stuff, that lightning business.
Yeah.
You're walking around holding a lightning rod in your hand. Get off the course.
That's why they make you leave, Paul.
That's why they make you leave.
That horn.
So anyway, so Cole inside a projected cut line, Connor outside a projected cut line. We just don't know. We'll see what happens when weather straightens up down there.
Exactly. And
racing, guys.
On the Champions Tour, Mike Weir is at the American Family Insurance Championship. This is an interesting format. It's a 38 two-man team. Mike is partnered with Ken Taganawa from Scottsdale, Arizona. Ken's last win was at the Rogers Charity Classic in 2024. This is a 2 rounds of best ball and then finish with the scramble.
Yeah, kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I was watching a little of it yesterday. It's fun to watch. All right, we need to send some love to the Utah Golf Association Mid-Am champion. I'm talking Dallin Wheatley wins the Mid-Am at Valley View. We will hear from the champ later in the show. He is the Bank of Utah Player of the Week presented by the Utah Golf Association. Dallin Wheatley, the Mid-Am champ. Congratulations, Dallin. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, something double smash. We will be talking with the newly announced head golf coach for the BYU men's program. There's really only one choice in the world for that. Who is it, Jan?
That'd be Todd Miller.
It's Todd Miller.
You like that?
We're going to talk to Coach Miller when we come back on the other side. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys. Todd's good to go. Mike's hot.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio coming to you live today from Hobble Creek, where we are celebrating the Art City Am in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. Paul and Jan with you today. We are coming to you. We are presented this first hour by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com or the Salt Lake City Golf app. And we are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf. Check them out. Get yourself to a T-Box where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. We are joined now by one of the great guys, one of the great people in Utah golf. And I'm talking the newly announced head golf coach at Brigham Young University, Coach Todd Miller. Coach, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Paul and Jan. Excited to be on with you guys. We're just, I'm out here at our facility. We got about 50 campers. You guys want to say hi to Paul and Jan? We're just doing a little tipping competition right now.
Oh my gosh,
that
I
is
love
so
that.
Cool, Coach. I know you're working. You always are. I so appreciate you taking a minute with us. The Brigham Young University made the most unsurprising announcement I've ever seen in my life yesterday when they announced that you were selected to succeed Bruce Brockbank and become the head golf coach at Brigham Young University. Congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think somebody texted that to me. They're like, I think that was one of the most boring announcements ever right there.
But I like it that I got the announcement on every source. Go ahead. I got it on every source of social media that it was announced, and I'm just like, wait a minute. We know this already. It's almost like past news.
Well, I didn't view it as boring. I viewed it as the most right thing in the world.
Yes.
There was no other choice. There wasn't. But
well, I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say.
I want to know, Coach, how did it go down? Like, did the AD Brian Santiago, did he call you into his office, or how did it happen?
I mean, things have been busy. You saw that Bruce, they made the announcement with Bruce, 2-3 weeks ago, and we wanted to try to hammer it out as soon as possible, just because you got a portal open, you got. You can call your recruits on June 15th, and then we got these camps, and Brian's got Big 12 meetings. And so actually I was out on a date with my wife, and at like 7 p.m., Brian's like, hey, can you meet me in 15 minutes at my office? I'm in Alpine right now with my wife, but we'll come right there. And he goes, yeah, I'd love to have Shannon come. And so we went over his office, and we spent probably 3.5 hours just talking with him, and, just going through stuff, things that they expect of me, and things that I would like to see with the program and support I would want. And, Brian, our administration, I will tell you this, they do not take hiring anybody lightly. It doesn't matter if it's a golf coach. Obviously, you see the big news with football and basketball, but they do not take anything lightly. When you're getting hired to be a head coach, they do every due diligence. I mean, I had people all over us saying, hey, Brian reached out to me just to ask, hey, is this the guy? And Brian's known me for 25 years, and he's still doing the due diligence to make sure in every part of my life that I'm the right person for the job.
That is interesting. And so it answers one of my questions. Apparently you didn't have to call home and say, hey, hun, should we do this?
No, my family's been such a great support to me. And, I told Brian, like, the best thing that you're getting is my spouse, because every one of those student athletes spending a lot of time with my wife. My wife loves to travel on the road with us, loves to be with the team. She's trying to set them up with people. She's a pretty amazing with each one of our student athletes. And so Brian's, he loves that too, and that's why he wants her in the meetings.
Yeah, I know that. I'm grateful that I do know Shannon. And just last week at the Nationals at La Costa, I got to walk a couple holes with her and chatting about all the stuff. And you are so right. Holy cow, you bring so much to the program, but she brings things as well. And I really like that. You mentioned the impact on recruiting and the players you currently have, the portal opening. I agree completely. You got to nail this down and let players know what to expect. Did you get on the phone right away with the team? What kind of reaction are you getting from the players?
Yeah, I mean, they like you said, they've kind of already known what's going on. Like Jan said, I mean, they expected this. But I called each one of the guys on the team. I called their parents for the most part, tried to get a hold of all of them just to kind of go over, what's going on and if they had any questions and concerns. And obviously, they all want to know who's going to help me out and who's going to fill, the position as assistant coach or whatever their title may be. And so I told them I can't give them any information, but the person I'm going after, they would, if I could pick anybody in the country, this would be the person I'd pick. So hopefully it happens. So,
but you can tell us though, right? Right, Todd. You can tell us though, right, Todd?
You and me, Todd.
In fact, if you wanted to whisper it right now, we would be okay with that.
Well, I hope it goes down. I'm
well, we hope so too.
That's one of the things I'm really excited about. I mean, there is a little bit of sadness, like Bruce, when they announced it yesterday. Bruce just came out of a meeting. He had some meetings and he came and. I was just like, I looked at Bruce and he told me congrats. And I'm like, we gave each other a hug and just, I said, thanks for the ride. And, there's some emotion there because we worked together, with me coaching 21 years and then another 5 years that I was on the team. So the two of us we have spent a lot of time together and I appreciate what he has done. And I you asked me a little bit this morning, Paul, what I was feeling. And I would tell you I'm feeling all kinds of emotions. But, one of them is just gratitude. Gratitude for what Carl and Bruce have done for this program. Gratitude that Brian's willing to take the chance on me and President Reese. Gratitude for the student athletes and really the sacred trust that I think it is that parents will send their kids to any program and trust a coach to mentor them and love them, teach them. And so I consider it a sacred trust. And if anybody is willing to take that chance on me, I'm filled with gratitude that they're willing to do that.
I love that, Coach. It is deeply true. It is very well said. And I especially love your part about the parents entrusting their kids to you. Any of us who have had 18 and 19-year-old children know that they are not adults.
No.
I don't care what their legal status is.
I don't care what they say.
And you're sending an 18 and 19-year-old kid away. You want somebody the quality of a Bruce Brockbank, of a Todd Miller. You want to send them to Todd Miller.
Yes.
And with Shannon right there, that matters. That really matters. I appreciate you saying that. Let's stay on family for a minute. Brigham Young University Golf and the Miller family are deeply, deeply intertwined. Your father, of course, played for BYU. Your brothers played for BYU. You played for BYU. You've been coaching there for 20-some years. Now you are the head coach. What is your family saying? What are your dad and brothers saying?
My brothers sent me a text and just told me congrats. A lot of them said just, you're deserving of this. You put in the effort and the time to have this position. My dad did send me a text and he called me and just in his text, he said, he said to me, there's not a single person that could fill the job better. And so that's emotional for me to hear that from him. He just said, you're a perfect head coach. And so, just grateful for my dad and his support. He's always, supported me and always trying to figure out how the team's doing and how we can get better. And my mom also. So
that is so cool. Your parents are great people. How are they doing?
They're doing great. They're just living in Napa. My mom's still, like I said before, she rides her horses 5 days a week. She's got a couple horses she rides, and some of her grandkids are right there. And so they're having a good time. I'm trying to get my dad out in the next month to come fishing out here, but I wish he was closer to me.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, give us an update on Andy real quick. What's he doing?
So Andy's an architect.
Okay.
He does a lot of work with my brother Scott here in the state of Utah. They build some homes. He does a little bit of golf course design here and there. But yeah, he's mostly an architect. Does a lot of different projects in California and Utah area. So he's a genius. I always say about my brother, he's the perfect definition of that saying, crazy like a fox. You watch him and you're like, what is he doing? That's not going to work out. And then it makes it work, and that's when you come up with a 4-time All-American, is a guy that's, maybe you think is a little bit crazy at times, spends 5-6 hours alone a day just thinking, that's kind of how he was in college, but he was super smart and methodical about everything he did. So, yeah, I love my brother. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, but can he walk with the players and read a putt for him like you can, Todd? I think not.
No, he would take a totally different approach. He would send them out a little bit more like, hey, you guys got this. I'm not going to be involved. But that's one of the things that I love of coaching is I like to be in the game with them. That it just brings more emotion in it to me when I'm giving my all to read a putt for them or be in there. And maybe sometimes I'm a little bit overbearing and I tell the guys, hey, if you don't want me, just wave me off. I don't have any problem. If you want to wave me off, wave me off. But doing it with my nephew this last year was, this is probably the best year I've ever had coaching, just doing it with Simon.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool to do it with family and to see him be so successful. And you got to watch that putt he made on 18.
Nobody had any right in the world to make that.
What?
Nobody had any right in the world to make that putt, and you read it for him, and he made it.
We didn't even think he had it. We didn't even think he had any right to make it. So.
Well, I'll tell you, folks. Obviously, you want to go watch Brigham Young University golf because you want to see the players. But when you're doing it, pay attention to watching Coach Todd Miller work with the players and plan through their shots with them. It is an art form like something I've never seen in my life. I loved watching you work with the players, Todd. All the times I've been able to see it. But holy cow, that putt you read for Simon Kwan on the 18th hole at La Costa last week. Again, it's a putt that should not be made, and yet it was center cup, perfect speed, and you read it, and you identified like 3 or 4 spots along the way that he's got to hit, and he hit them all. It was incredible, the whole thing. I'm not soon forgetting this one.
Thanks. I'm glad you were there to see it. I'm glad you got to spend that last day with Bruce and just kind of see him kind of go off into the sunset with his career. So.
Yeah, that was pretty special stuff indeed.
So Todd, speaking of Coach Brockbank, how much time did you give him to be out of his office? That's what I want to know. How much time did you give him to get out of his office?
Pack it up, Bruce.
Pack it up, Bruce.
He actually asked me about the other day. I'm like, take your time, Bruce. No big deal. We're good.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you have a cubicle.
Neither of us are real concerned about our offices. We spend about 1% of our life in that office. We like to be outside. That's why we go into this business. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, valid point.
Yes,
valid
that's
point.
Right.
Okay, so what do you do first? What's the first thing you're going to go do? You're the head coach, dude.
I've got to look into the portal. That's one of the things I'm working on. But the first thing is just to nail someone down to help me continue to make this program great, and so that's what I'm working on every day right now.
You're trying to fill your own shoes. You're trying to fill your own shoes, Todd.
Yeah, that's right. Whoever it is, we're gonna battle, and we're gonna do it together, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So.
Can't wait.
We are looking forward to hearing about it. We are so looking forward to the Todd Miller era of Brigham Young University golf.
Yes.
Listen, you are following an incredible legacy. Carl Tucker, Bruce Brockbank, and my point is you fit. Todd Miller is the exactly right next name. I am thrilled about this, Coach, and we are looking forward to everything that's coming.
I appreciate covering us, Paul and Jan, and doing so much for golf in the state. It's pretty cool to see what's happening. Like I always say, I'm so impressed with golf in Utah, and I think people should watch it because these guys do incredible things. It doesn't matter what team they're on, any of the team universities in the state, any of these junior golfers. I mean, I get to watch more junior golf now than I ever did with my son playing, and I mean, the kids he competes against are just incredible. Like I'm blown away at these guys and just the future of our programs and just the health of golf in the state of Utah. Everybody's really doing their part. So it's cool.
Yeah. And you're so right. And before I set you free here, a quick question. And if you need to tell me you can't talk about it, I get it. But have you started recruiting Nicholas already?
I was just going to say.
Actually, it's funny that you asked that. One of the things, that Brian did talk to me about is, recruiting your own son and how that's a difficult thing to have your own son on a program. And I don't really think about it that way, but I do understand that. That's a delicate matter to figure out. And so he's given me, a lot of thought about that, of how I'm going to handle that, if I can get Nick to come to BYU and who I would have handle that, just because, it kind of in some ways needs to stay out of my hands and be his choice. And I obviously want him at BYU, and we'll see what happens that way. But it is a delicate matter because you never want to have the other players feel like you're favoring your own kid or anything like that. So
you got 5 years to figure it out, Coach.
Yeah,
you got 5 years to figure it out.
Look, Simon, I think, did the right thing from what I can see, and talking to him about it. I think it was good for him to get another experience. And I think it was, which he got at Cal, and I think it was good for him to come home. And so who knows how things will work out, but I get it that you're in a tough spot, and Nick is in a tough spot on this one as well. We're going to be watching.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Todd Miller. So fun to say that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good day, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. All right. That is Brigham Young University head coach Todd Miller. Find it fun to say that.
I know
Jan.
it is fun.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's easy.
That's a good way to say it, Jan.
Go break, guys.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. All right. Okay. We got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, a little things and stuff with you into golf. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys. I am trying to get a hold of Mike. I will let you know.
Yeah, and I was just texting you. He never actually confirmed it, so he might not answer.
Okay, let me try one more time, and then we'll just go from there.
Let me know. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. No answer. Mike's hot.
Things and stuff brought to us by Uinta Golf here on Utah Golf Radio, where we are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. Paul and Jan with you today. We are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. Check them out at tbx.golf and get yourself to a T-Box. You will enjoy it. You'll have fun. It's good. This first hour of the show is presented by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com or the Salt Lake City Golf app, either of which you can use to make tee times on any of the great Salt Lake City golf courses. And if you want a tee time on these courses, you got to do this. Make your tee time. And I'm talking to myself here, I know, because I'm not good at it.
I'm very good at it.
Jan actually is highly skilled.
Yes,
that is true. Jan, the Father's Day gift guide from
out.
Uinta Golf is out. What do you want for Father's Day?
That's the whole thing. I think that I don't have zero problem getting myself something for Father's Day. They have everything. They have the gift guide is cool because they have all the little tabs down below. So if you want to look at shirts, shoes, whatever, and then they have they
call it gifts by category.
Yes, gift by category, and then they have the featured gifts.
Oh, okay.
So then they have the featured gifts, which is a plethora of items, which is
okay.
I mean,
balls, hats, shoes, belts. Belts is interesting.
Yeah, so they're saying that the big thing is golf shirts for dad, GPS watches, and golf bags.
Okay, couple things grabbed my attention. First, I wasn't planning to say this, but now that I look at it, the belts come up on the featured list.
Yes.
I need to upgrade my belt game. I think my belts are weak.
Okay.
And some of the belts
I know how to fix that.
Go to Uinta and
you betcha.
Score. Well, what I'm getting at is they have a picture here of this FootJoy belt with a little FootJoy logo on it, oddly.
And it comes in 3 colors, Paul.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So there's ways to upgrade the belt game here I hadn't even thought about yet. I'm kind of drawn to the techie stuff right away. Shirts, hats, shoes. For me, shoes are a problem, but things like the rangefinders or the watches or this Wingman speaker, the Bushnell Wingman speaker. Now you use a speaker when you play golf. First of all, I hope you're not playing bad music.
No, I play very good music.
Okay.
My speaker broke, so
okay.
I've had to count on myself for. But I am good at the GPSing.
So they've got this Bushnell Wingman has both a GPS display on it, so it's giving you yardages.
Yeah. And
of course the speaker function, which is kind of cool. And it's on sale. It's on sale for $199. It's normally $229, so $30 off right there. Which, oh gosh, they just noticed they calculate that at 13%. Who knew? Okay. But here's another thing to consider. this is a really great time to upgrade your wedges, or to refresh is a better word. Refresh the wedges. And here's what you do, folks, for your dad. You go in when he's not looking and hawk what's in his bag. Take a picture of it if you need to, of what his wedges are, with the lofts, with the grinds, the bounces, all that stuff, and just refresh his wedges. Get him a fresh wedge with fresh grooves in exactly the same configuration that he already has. Takes the guesswork out. You can surprise him with it, and it gives him a fresh, brand new wedge, which
and
is so sweet.
And a reason to stop playing the old wedge.
A reason.
Because I think that's the hardest part. Is I think that we all have the problem with it's hard to buy a new one because then we have to get rid of the old one, but we don't want to get rid of it. Honestly, we want to keep
fresh grooves.
Well, I know, but we still want to keep our old one. And I mean, what is the limit?
Well, okay, so let's say, for example, that he's got a Vokey 56 with a 14-degree bounce, and I might be pulling that out of the sky because that's my configuration.
Yes.
A 56 with a 14-degree bounce, and let's say in the M grind, you can go look in his bag, you can note those things, and then go into Uinta and say, I need a Vokey 56 with a 14-degree bounce in an M grind. And then when you give it to your dad, you are giving him exactly what he already knows he wants, and it's got fresh grooves.
Yes.
And just in case you're wondering, Tiger plays brand new wedges every tournament. So he has fresh grooves every tournament. It's important that your wedges
and
are
ask
fresh.
yourself, when was the last time you had new wedges?
Ask yourself that.
That gives you an idea of how much gunk is in your grooves.
Well, it's more than that, Jan. The grooves wear down.
They wear down.
The grooves and they won't spin the ball as well. And so that is a thing to do.
They don't. I like when my club catches my ball.
You need grooves for that.
No, you have to have grooves for that.
Yeah, and they got to be fresh.
Gotta
Okay,
love it.
so that's what you do. Go into Uinta, get your dad fresh grooved wedges that match what he already has. He will love you even more.
Yep, he will thank you and say, thank you for not getting me a tie. Go to break.
Okay, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk with the new women's 4-ball champs, Corrine Larson and Molly Steffs. When we are on the other side, you are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Bucks on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
You guys are clear? Yes, sir. Okay.
Don't play Piano Man by Billy Joel when we come back in.
Okay.
I've already tried that. Just for grins, go with something petty.
Heard that. Hey, I caught on, all right? I caught on.
I figured you would. Jan's over here going, what? Okay.
Jan, I'm not that young. Come on now.
Well, and you.
Well, duh. No shit. You're welcome, Paul Meyer. Mike's hot.
Hey, Utah Golf Radio coming back at you from Hobble Creek, where we are here celebrating the Art City Am. Balls are in the air, players are on the course, and we will have a full report for you later in the weekend with the winners on our podcast at Utah Golf Radio, wherever you get your podcasts. We are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, the Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection at collegecoachesconnection.com, where they will help the kids in your life find the right place to continue their athletic careers in college. Check them out, collegecoachesconnection.com. We are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf. Get yourself to a T-Box. You will enjoy it. We are joined now by the new winners of the Utah Four-Ball Championship. And as I say that, I realize I'm only half right there because Corrine Larson has won this before, but she's got a new partner and the band keeps playing. We are joined now by Corrine Larson and Molly Steffs as a team, the new winners of the Utah.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Hi, do we have you there, Corrine and Molly?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes,
yeah, hear you great.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you.
Corrine,
Yes.
you've won everything. You're the player of the year, blah, blah, blah. We know you. I want to get to know Molly.
Yeah.
We don't know Molly yet. Molly, tell us about you.
I don't know. I used to be in Arizona and I used to play a lot and played national tournaments and stuff, and then in USGAs, and then Corrine and I met, and so now I'm just playing a little bit in Utah.
So glad. Apparently it's working. And now that you mention that, I remember Corrine has mentioned getting to know really great players in Arizona in particular, and it makes sense now to me what's going on here. So, how was it you decided that you would team together well in this event?
Well, we've played other four balls together or other partners tournaments, and so we just decided to take it to this one.
Well, good call indeed.
Well, it always helps when her other partner went pro or whatever she did.
Okay, so I just was going to mention that.
Corrine, I did catch her at a good time.
If memory serves, Corrine, you won this twice with Leela Naliai as your partner, and this is your third one. Is that correct? Oh, three. Okay, so three in your fourth. Yeah. Okay, yep. All right. Okay, so three, but who's counting? So four of these titles for you. Let's talk about the golf there. And first of all, Molly, welcome to Utah Golf. We're glad to have you. Looking over your scorecard here, it one thing immediately jumps out at me, and that's that you guys very seldom struggled, I'll say, on the same hole. And ultimately, that's the key to an event like this. Talk to us about how you ham and egged it so well.
You know, it was tough because both days were for almost 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and so it was whoever could keep it out of the wind on that hole, really. And we had last year we were actually partners, and we had played the golf course before, and we kind of knew the golf course and knew, like, hey, we screwed up here last year. Let's play a little bit safer and a little smarter. So it worked out.
So the tournament was held at Tona Vista in Wendover. One of the features of that course is that you're either on grass or looking around in the desert. Were you able to keep it on grass?
We were. For the most part, we were actually able to keep it on. Yeah.
It was the putting.
Yeah.
The greens are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
okay.
And what do you call it when they just nothing goes your way? The way you think it goes?
Corrine, do I need to tell you when you're at Tona Vista before every putt you have to stand up and look for the salt flats and play for the salt flats to pull your ball?
No, we did figure that out, but yes, no, you do, and you have to remind me every time, Paul.
I get it.
And then it's fast. It's fast towards the salt flats.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Putts can run away from you in a New York minute there.
Yes.
With the as it turned out, you had tough competition. Now, of course, Corrine, you and Leela would blow away a couple of these tournaments and win by a bunch. But you had especially tough competition from Amanda Henneman and Noonie Kamken. And then, of course, right behind them, we had Steph Belknap and Tabby Heyer. These are good players. Yeah. And you only won by one. Yeah.
Yes, we did. Yes. And yeah, it was very tough. And Steph and her partner, we were partnered with them for the first day, and they really struggled the first two holes getting it together. But then Steph played really well the last holes. She herself, I think her partner was a little bit nervous, but Steph stayed with us for the longest time and was beating us on the first day for a little while. So yeah, no, Steph's a great player, and I love that she's come back and joined the field because it's fun.
Yeah, we do too. And look, Steph Belknap has left a lot of roadkill in her wake over the years, so it's it's nothing new there. What was it like coming down the last few holes, getting it into the house on the second day to seal the deal?
You know, it was we were up by one after the first day, and by the second hole, Noonie actually, I mean, we parred and everything, and Noonie chipped in this off. It was on downhill. If it didn't go in, it was going in the water, and it did go in. And so that on the second hole, they had tied us, and from there on out, it was back and forth. And then we got to, interestingly enough, we were tied going on to the 17th hole, and that is the exact same hole that Molly and I lost to Noonie last year to Noonie and Jane.
Oh yeah, Jane Olsen.
17, yes, 17 got us, and so we just looked at each other and we're like, we are, and again, the wind was just brutal, and I pulled out that trusty 4-iron. I'm like, I know it's a par 5, but we can birdie from anywhere. So we were like, we are not screwing this hole up this time. And it turned out that it went the opposite, and poor Noonie and Amanda, they got beat up by 17, and that was where we were able to take it. But it didn't help that Molly ends up birdieing that hole. So, and Amanda, the only tree in the whole place, she just nails it right in the forehead, and it comes back at her and behind her.
Oh my gosh.
And she ends up taking a bogey. So with that birdie, it ends up being a 2-shot swing. And on 18, which was good because on 18, Noonie birdies it. So for us to win by 1. So, and it's true, Paul, Leela and I, the first 2 years we just lapped the field. But our third win, if you remember, they actually co-champed us. We tied.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So the last 3 years, the 4-ball between Noonie and I and our different partners has come down to the 17th and 18th hole.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Yes. So Molly, you put up a slick little circle on 17. Walk us through that.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Every once in a while, contribute.
Well, that is really cool. Congratulations, you guys.
Well, thank you.
We're pretty used to seeing your name there, Corrine. It's awfully fun to see you joining her there, Molly.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Fun stuff there. So that is Corrine Larson and Molly Steffs, Jan, the Utah women's floorball champs. And boy, Corrine just keeps on doing it. I want to be her partner. She wins.
Then she might not win.
Okay, well, there's that. Okay.
JK.
No, I get it. All right, let's talk about somebody who needs some relief. I Need Relief, brought to us by our good friends at Duro Health. Check them out at durohealth.com. This innovative back therapy program will help you swing faster, hit farther, play better, and feel better. durohealth.com. Jan, this one both hurts funny. And it makes me crazy. So Arpichaya Ubol loses last week on the LPGA Tour. She loses the ShopRite Championship by 1 stroke. She finishes runner-up by 1 stroke. 2 days earlier, she had a 1-stroke slow play penalty. Therein was the difference in the tournament.
Oh, my goodness.
So, she
lost by 1 stroke, but she did it to herself.
And so she needs some relief.
Oh, my God.
But I also want to say, hit your dang shot.
Hurry up.
Hit your shot.
Hurry up.
Just
play. We don't care if you're we don't care if you're a bad golfer. We just care if you're slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about somebody on a Sizz. On a Sizz, brought to us by Copper Rock Golf Course. We love this place. You know this place. Copper Rock is a championship course you can play. It is fun, and that is the bottom line on Copper Rock. It is a good time, a lot of fun. And Jan, we need to talk about somebody on a Sizz. I've got one word for you. Kihei.
You know, it's going to be like Cher, Madonna, Kihei.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to end up being a one-name star. We know this. But in his first year, which just recently completed this past week, past Monday actually, at La Costa at the NCAA Championship, his first year, his freshman year as a college golfer, Kihei Akina, first team All-American, the Phil Mickelson Award winner for best freshman in the country, a Haskins Award finalist. The Haskins, of course, is the Heisman Trophy for golf. Mm-hmm. Selected to play on the Palmer Cup. He gets 2 wins, 6 top 5s. He was T8 individually in the NCAAs, and a T18 in the Puerto Rico Open on the PGA Tour.
Okay.
What are you doing in your spare time, Kihei? Holy cow. This is mind-boggling stuff. Not surprising. We've known this kid for a long time. When you total it all up and say it out, when you total it all up and say it out loud, it's so much. So much.
And I mean, he's a college kid. I mean, he's not even
He's
begun.
19 years old.
Yeah, he hasn't even begun.
And I know, and of course, he is the reigning Utah Open champion, which he won when he was 18. Kihei Akina, so do we even say he's on a Sizz? Now, what I just recited for you is sizzling stuff, but this isn't extraordinary for Kihei. This simply is Kihei. Mm-hmm. Remarkable. I just wanted to take a moment and summarize it all.
I want to find out what Kihei means.
Okay, we can check that out.
And I'll tell you a story after.
Okay. Kihei Akina on a Sizz. All right, we've got a fun little thing here for us that kind of came our way this morning here at Hobble Creek. We are sitting down now with Ben Simons.
Brent.
Why did I say Ben?
I don't
know. Who knows? I was looking right at it here with Brent Simons, the owner of the Sand Trap Cafe here at Hobble Creek. Brent, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Thank you.
This restaurant, this grill, is one of the joys of a place that is already joyous to be at. It's a remarkable little restaurant in a remarkable setting. Brent, what's it like for you running this place?
Well, my family and I run it together. My wife Angie and my daughter Spencer and her husband Taylor, and we've made it a family affair because I'm a Springville native. I've been playing here for a very long time. I love this place, and our family loves this place and these people. My family going back, my heritage, the Simons family. Had a lot to do with settling Utah Valley and this area. And this is our home. And we love it. And we want people to love it as well.
That is so interesting. So you're a golfer as well. This is your home course.
Yeah.
So you get to hang here now. And as we talked about with Joel earlier in the show, this view out your window down to number 10, this is a pretty remarkable little spot.
It is. This is Grindstone Canyon right here to our south. And in the fall, it just lights up with so much color. It's just spectacular. Yeah.
I like that term. I'm going to steal that from you. It lights up. That is so cool.
So do you remember the days when you could only get a hot dog if you were lucky at the golf course?
Yeah, those days are gone.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this menu here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What do you like best, Brent?
Well, it's all my food. It's all
your recipes.
All my recipes.
Okay, so it's all it's a craft kitchen. You make everything from scratch.
We do.
Yep.
Yeah, we do. And my mother was a chef for 25 years, and my father cooked in the Army. And I grew up around food prep and so forth. I've been to courses all over the United States and some outside. And anyway, so my ideas are kind of a collaboration of experience and so forth. And the thing we sell most is our Leon's breakfast sandwich. And
okay, first of all, who's Leon?
That's me. That's my middle name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's in your breakfast sandwich?
Yeah.
So a Leon's breakfast sandwich is a 4-ounce sausage patty.
Okay.
Yeah, with 2 eggs, pepper jack cheese, a mild chipotle sauce on a toasted ciabatta bun. It's a lot of food.
But you need that when you get started on the golf course. You need the sustenance to keep you going. And then on the turn, you need to get more lunch because your sandwiches are spectacular.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we try to take the home style approach. And we like to eat, and we know our customers do too. So
it's like going home to grandma's house for lunch on the golf course and then coming back to play golf.
Wait, my grandma never made a Leon's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of great. Do you get people coming up here maybe who aren't playing golf just to get this good food, but also to sit in this remarkable spot and just soak it in?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A lot of people just like to come up, sit out on the terrace and, have a burger or a sandwich or whatever. And little interesting story about that. We have a couple that comes up each year, a few times during the year, and they live in Palm Springs, California. And he's a pilot. And they get in their plane and they fly up to Spanish Fork Airport and take an Uber up the canyon. They come up and they sit out on the terrace and eat and visit.
Then do they fly home?
Then they fly home.
So
how do we
get in the plane, go to lunch at the Sand Trap?
Yeah,
I'm digging it.
No, it's a thing. I mean, I would do that if I could.
Yeah,
that's really cool. How are the fries?
They're awesome. We do a steak fry. It's a beer battered steak fry. It's a wide cut. And they're excellent. We serve a fry sauce with that is my own recipe. And I've actually had a company offer or show interest in buying my recipe for the fry sauce. But anyways, very popular.
Okay, right. I'm kind of a simpleton, I know, but fry sauce has a recipe?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And everybody makes it different.
Yeah. Yeah, and Utah, it's a thing.
Yeah, well, I know that. I mean, I've good land. I've eaten gallons and truckloads of fry sauce.
You make all different kinds of versions.
Thought of it as a
sauce.
simple thing.
You can do a sriracha fry sauce. You can do all those things.
Okay. All right. So, folks, what this means is when you play Hobble Creek, you have to build more time into your schedule before the round, after the round. That makes me think I should ask, what are your hours here?
We follow the sun.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Yeah. In the long days of summer and so forth, I mean, we open at 6 a.m. and we close at 7 p.m.
Wow.
So
Can people get the breakfast sandwiches, in particular the Leon, throughout the day?
absolutely, we'll serve anything on the menu all day.
Oh,
wow,
really?
That's
And,
wonderful.
So
Yeah.
people with 6 o'clock tea time come in and want a burger and
Yeah,
fries.
that would
Okay.
be me. I don't do breakfast food at breakfast time.
I see.
I like breakfast for dinner, never for breakfast.
Yep, we'll do
Okay.
anything on the menu all day. We also we can serve and or prepare and serve something in 8 minutes.
Oh wow. Okay.
We
So it's quick off the turn.
yeah, we try to, and there's also, we keep a radio out on 9, and a lot of people get self service. Sometimes it's
Well,
radio. So we do have a radio out there so that people can call in and order there too. So
okay. Well, Brent, thank you for taking a minute to sit down with us.
Thank you.
You're busy. There's been traffic in here all morning. And I appreciate you taking a minute to talk with us. This is so interesting. It's a part of the Hobble Creek experience, which is already superlative, but everything about this place and Sand Trap is a big part of that. Thank you so much.
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. That
Okay.
is Brent Simons, the owner and the head cook of the Sand Trap Cafe here at Hobble Creek. All right. Jan,
Yes.
that is good stuff. So what are you going to get on your way out?
I'm going to get a couple things.
Okay.
I'm going to get a chicken salad sandwich, and I'm going to get some tater tots.
Ooh,
Uh-huh.
good choice. All right. Okay. We got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to get you the full scoop on the Utah Mid-Am played this last year and conversation with the champ, Dallin Wheatley. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Clear, guys. Back at 15, guys. Mike's hot.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio. Coming back at you from Hobble Creek, where we are here celebrating the Art City Am. Balls are in the air. Players are on the course. We are sitting in the Sand Trap Cafe overlooking the 10th hole. And Jan, they're playing the 10th this morning.
Is there any live scoring? Can we get on UJ?
I don't know. That would be fun to see. Well, honestly, in the canyon, I don't think it would work because there's not really any cell coverage up here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Anyway, we are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection at collegecoachesconnection.com, where they will help the kids in your life find the right way and place for them to continue their athletic careers in college. Make sure you check them out at collegecoachesconnection.com. And we are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf. Got to check them out, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. And you will have fun and get better. And you got to get yourself to a T-Box. It's where things have been happening. Jan, the Mid-Am was held this last week at Valley View, and it is always such a good test. First of all, the field is just rocking. Not only clearly, obviously, the best Mid-Am players in the state, but several of the best players in the state are playing in this Mid-Am championship each year. And it also has a format characteristic that makes it even tougher, because it's a 54-hole tournament contested over 2 days.
Oh.
And so they play 36 holes the first day, then there's a cut, and they play 18 holes the second day. So 54 holes over 2 days, stroke play. It was played at Valley View this past week, and Dallin Wheatley wins it, shooting -10, 206 on rounds of 68, 72, and 66. And that 66 featured a bit of a sizz on the homeward 9. He comes in, he shoots -5, 31 on the back 9 at Valley View, 5 birdies, 4 pars to get the job done. And he moves from T8 at the start of the morning, and 5 shots back to ending up winning by 1 on the strength of that sizzly back 9. David Timmons, obviously we know David Timmons' name, the Brigham Young University horse beast, who tried the pro game, reinstated amateur. Timmons finished in second place at -9, 207. Dan Horner and Reed Nilsson, both former champions of this event, both who know how to get it done. Dan's actually won this 3 times. They both were at T3, -8, 208. And Cole Ogden, former state am champ, he was at T5 with Waymont Cooper and Devin Andrews. They were all at -7, 209 to round out the top 5. But it was Dallin Wheatley who won it. And I'm going to ask you an unfair question, Jan. Going into this, were you looking for Dallin Wheatley? Did you even know his name?
I did not know his name. So yeah, I always know when it's a new name.
Okay,
let's put it that way, because we have our usuals, our regulars.
Yeah.
So it does surprise me when I hear a name that I haven't heard before, and I usually have to ask you, who is this person?
Well, and I had a vague recollection because he's made a little bit of noise here and there. And last year at the State Am, he's from Brigham City. He plays at Eagle Mountain in Brigham City, and he is friends with Jack Marks, Chris Marks, the head pro, Chris Marks' son, and they ended up being matched together. They ended up with a match against each other in the State Am, and it kind of went down. There's kind of a backstory to it. Wheatley throws an ace at Jack, which is a fun thing to do in a State Am.
Yeah.
But Jack wins the match and moves on.
Oh my goodness.
And so
that is a great story.
And they're close friends. They grow up playing golf together. And so But that's really all I knew about Dallin Wheatley. And so, but he comes into this tournament and he walks away with the trophy. No small thing. Holy cow. It really, really was impressive what he did. So let's take a minute now and listen to a tape of the conversation with Dallin. And I was there along with the great Kirk Craigthorpe from Fairways Magazine. We spent a few minutes talking with him afterwards to get his thoughts on the round and to get to know him better. Here is the 2026 Utah Mid-Am champion, Dallin Wheatley. Dallin, holy cow, you jumped up and grabbed this thing. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
We need to start by getting to know you. Tell us about yourself, your backstory, and what you're up to now.
Yeah, I grew up in Brigham City, Utah. Grew up at Eagle Mountain Golf Course. Played golf at Box Elder High School. Graduated there in 2016. And just been playing tournaments after that. I live in Plain City now. I'm married. I have a 2-year-old daughter. And I work at Zions Bank in treasury management.
I love Mid-Am golf. This is the whole reason why, because of folks like you, and then coming out and shooting -10. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's kind of funny how the older you get, you wise up a little bit, you figure out the game a little more, and it's good to improve as you grow older. So.
Chris Marks teach you the game?
Absolutely, yeah. Taught me everything I know.
And then you made a hole-in-one against Jacob at the State Am.
Last year in the State Am at Logan Country Club, Jake and I played each other. Jake's Chris's son, and I grew up playing Jake. We played each other in the first round of match play and dunked it on him, hole 3. It was really fun. It was a cool moment.
Yeah. Other than losing the match, though. So
I would take the hole-in-one over the win. Jake can have the win. Yep.
So prior to today, what would be your biggest accomplishment in golf?
Honestly, today, this tournament was like a career tournament. I haven't won very many tournaments. I think I won the Salt Lake County Amateur in 2024. Played at Old Mill and South Mountain. So I think I won in a playoff there. But other than that, just qualified for the State Am the last couple years, and believe it or not, this was my first time playing in the Mid-Am. So yeah, it's a short history, but this is definitely the top.
Let's talk about this tournament. A lot of circles on your card. Of course, you need to have those to get here, but especially, let's just jump to the back 9. Today, third and final round, you went off. What was going on?
Yeah, so I actually lost my first tee shot on 10 in the first round. So I hit it right, couldn't find it in the trees. I was able to make a birdie right after that, so it kind of put me back in it. But I kind of started from behind at the very beginning. I switched to the old trusty putter. I pulled it out of the bag for a couple months and couldn't find the feel I was looking for, so I had it back this week and just felt like I couldn't miss a line. So from there it was just all about speed, and I've played up here the last couple years and kind of know the course pretty well, so I know where to miss it on these greens. You can't be above the hole. So I just tried to keep everything short and leave myself the easiest putt, and that's what I did. Is I just made a lot of putts.
What is the old trusty putter?
It is Catalina, Scotty Cameron Catalina.
Ooh.
Yep, just has a little bit more face balance in a blade, has the look that I like, and just performs really well for me.
At what point in this round today did you have a sense that you were making up the deficit and would be in the mix?
Honestly, I never thought I would win. I didn't think my game was in the place for that. There's a lot of amazing players out here. So I actually made probably like a 120-foot birdie putt on 12. The green was tucked in, or the pin was tucked in the back right, and I kind of fanned my tee shot to the very right. I made that. I think that put me at 7 under. And
would that be, Devin Tovey said that was like 50 feet.
Oh, it was a lot longer than that. Yeah, I'll have to go get the rangefinder and shoot it for sure. But it was a lot further than that. But anyway, I think that put me at 7, and I checked the leaderboard after that, and I think the leaders were at 9. And so from there, I just told myself, you're right in it, just make one more. Birdied the next hole, told myself one more. I just left my birdie putt. I think it was on 14, a little high. 15, I hit it really close to like 3 feet. Just told myself one more. I think that got me to 9. Made a par on 16. Birdied 17. Just told
Okay,
me.
let's pause there. Yeah, par 5, but it's not a given. There's plenty that can slap you on 17.
Yeah.
Walk us through your 4 there.
Yeah, 17 is a really well-designed hole, I think. It's not incredibly long, but it's all uphill, so it plays a lot longer than what it actually is.
And that green is punishing.
The green's very difficult. So it was playing downwind today, so I put a good drive out there. I think I had 217 in, and I know it usually plays about 20 yards further. So I hit a 4-iron. The green was tucked right, so I tried to err a little bit on the left just to leave myself some sort of a shot that I could either get up and down or 2-putt. I was on the left fringe, about pin high. Decided to chip it up over a ridge and let it take it back down to the hole, put it to about 3 feet, and then just made the putt.
Nice.
So if you go back and look at the leaderboard of where you were coming into today's round, I mean, I'm going to calculate it. It might have been like 20th place. And not only that, go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, so I was checking. I think I started the day at 4 under. I think the leader was at 9. I think I was like T8, but still, five shots is a lot to make up on a day with really good players ahead of you.
What I was getting at is who those people are.
Yeah, I mean, I know David Timmons really well. I know Dan Horner's won this thing a few times. He's won just about everything in the state. Yeah, there were some really good players out there ahead of me, and yeah, it's really cool to come out on top with a field like that.
Okay, so you jar the 4 on 17, that puts you at 10. 18 is all the hole you can want. What was the mentality? What were the shots on 18 to get it into the house?
Yeah, so 18, dogleg right, par 4, plays really long.
What was the wind doing?
The wind was off the right. It was a little bit of hurt, but I don't think it was too bad on the tee shot. So I actually pulled my tee shot, but I play a cut off the tee so I can get away with that a little bit. Was in the left rough. I think I had 189 yards into a tucked left pin, and the wind was kind of helping me on that. I knew I was a little bit juiced at that point, so I just hit a 7-iron, just aimed for the center of the green and put it right where I needed to, and just had a pretty decent 2-putt up there to come in the clubhouse at 10 under.
What were you feeling walking off the green?
I knew a couple guys were a couple shots behind me. I knew it wasn't over. Honestly, my thought was I just did not want to go to a playoff. So I you never want anybody to choke or anything like that, but 18's a really tough hole to birdie, and so I felt like somebody had to have done something really special on the last hole in order to do something like that. So.
And the two chasing you were Timmons and Horner. As you noted, two great players. Neither of them could get it done. What was the feeling for you when Dan's putt slid by the hole and then when David's putt slid by the hole?
Just an exhale of nice fresh air. Yeah, it was. I was definitely watching. I was back here by the practice green watching both their putts. They both had some long putts. They would have had to do something really special there. And yeah, when they both slid by, I just kind of exhaled a little bit and thought, dang, this is pretty cool. I just won the Mid-Am.
You just called your wife and said, honey, my name's on a trophy. What does it mean to you to be able to say that to her?
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's just a little piece of history that I'll always be able to look at. And as I play in this the next couple of years, we'll always have that little sense of pride that 1 week I was able to get it done.
So now you're on the Pat Coast Am team. Now you're going to be in the pre-tournament discussion going into the State Am. You're now breathing thinner air, dude. What does it feel like? Yeah,
to be honest, I tried to qualify last week and did not make it at Eagle Mountain. I think I shot like a 78 there. Just did not have the day. So it feels good to be able to get in. I'm going to have to see if I've got the hours banked to get the work off.
I'll call him. I'll tell him you got to be there.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels good. This week gave me a lot of confidence. I can hang with the best players in the state, and my game's in a good spot right now. So we'll see what happens there. It's always fun to participate in the UGA event. So
you didn't hang with them. You beat them.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many more times I can do it.
Congratulations, man. Really cool to see and to watch it come down. Well played.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Really nice guy. I enjoyed getting to know him a little bit. and then actually, as it's worked out, he and I have been texting since.
Okay.
we've had a follow up.
New friends.
Yeah, we've had a follow up conversation on the length of that putt.
Yeah.
He made on 12, which ended up being the difference in the tournament.
Yeah.
But holy cow! Ask JJ Spawn. Ask Aaron Rye. If you make a bomb and can win a big tournament, it happens.
Yep. I mean, 112-foot putt.
Okay, so it ended up being 90.
Okay, but still.
Okay, how often are you going to make a 90-foot putt?
No,
you're not. Get it within 3 or 4 feet.
I mean,
that's
a lot of my putts
putt.
are 90 feet away, but no.
So this will be interesting to see what becomes of Dallin Wheatley as a competitor. Mm-hmm. It will be interesting to see how much more he plays now as a result of he's now proved to himself that he can win a big one. Right. So maybe he plays more. I don't know. Life is complicated and full. We'll see it.
Well, since he mentioned he didn't qualify for the state am, does this give him an exemption to the state am?
It does. Okay, here's wonderful. Another way in. Go win the mid am.
There you go.
Go beat Dan Horner and David Timmons and Reed Nilsson.
Hey, that's what your bonus is. The bonus. That's awesome.
You can qualify, beat Horner and Timmons.
Yeah.
He
went the long way. He went the hard way.
He went the long way home. Yep. No doubt about that. Yep. But it will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
As you heard us talk about, he's on the Pat Coast Am team now, representing Utah. That's gonna work him. Okay, that field is tough. Mm-hmm. And Utah's done well in it over the years, but it's a big deal. It will be fascinating to see how he does going forward. Now, and I'm not dissing on him at all. Mm-hmm. He raised the question himself. He says, "We'll see if I can continue to do this." Valid question. Mm-hmm. But the fact is, he did it this week. Ain't nobody beat him this week.
Right.
And it's his name on the trophy now, and it'll be there forever.
Yep. But yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like we have these new guys, and they pop up and they win, and then sometimes we continue to talk about them, and sometimes we never see them again. So it's just that's golf.
It is interesting stuff. All right. Well, keep an eye, folks. Dallin Wheatley, the Mid-Am champ. It'll be fun to see what he does, but right now he has just thrust his name into the mix on anything and everything he tees it up in, because he has proved, whether it was catching lightning in a bottle one time or not, he has proved he can beat a top field in a top event.
Yep. Okay, now I need to know who's playing in the Art City Am, so I can predict who's going to win this, since I predicted the Valley View Am correctly. I predicted that out of the gate.
You called David Lichty on that,
because you know what it was? Do you remember when he came in for a minute and we had him sit down?
I do.
Ambushed him and had him sit down for a second.
We ambushed him.
He didn't have that smiley look on his face. He had a different look on his. He had a win.
He was looking cold.
Face. Yeah, he was looking like icy. So that's why I thought he would win.
Okay, let's go grab a tee sheet during the break.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so that raises a question though. What's next?
Paul, you know what's next.
I know what's next. It's the What's Next segment brought to us by our friends at the Utah Golf Association. Stick around on the other side. We're going to tell you what's coming up next in Utah Golf. You're listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Hey, Paul.
So you gave me.
All right, I need you guys to go 8 minutes here. Paul, you got me? I need you guys to go 8 minutes here. 8 minutes. Mike's hot.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio. Putting a bow on the show here from Hobble Creek, where balls are in the air for the Art City Am. And Jan, during the break, we got ourselves a tee sheet. We're going to talk about some of the players coming on here, but I do want to note that we are coming to you in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. We are powered, as always, by T-Box, tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. And it's just a fun place to hang.
There we go. Yeah, no, I mean, T-Box, again, they have everything. The fitness part, I love that they have recognized how important the fitness part is to your golf game. And it's nice that they have box pros there to help you with your fitness, setting up a routine for you that's fitted to you for golf.
Absolutely. And bring it all together, the whole experience at T-Box. That's what makes sense, sets it apart, the whole golfer experience.
You had a T-Box assessment. And so, and that, I mean, and you went through the run through of it. So I think that's a really great, a great feature as well, because you have a starting point and that you can, that's measurable.
Exactly. That is part of the point. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection. Check them out at collegecoachesconnection.com. They can help the kids in your life find the right way and place for them to continue their athletic career in college. All right, we need to talk about the players in this tournament. just talk about some of the players who some of the better, stronger players in this tournament who are signed up on it. We've got David Lichty in the field, who just won the Valley View Am. We mentioned David Jennings is in the tournament. He is a perennial top contender. Devin Tovey, who just won the Salt Lake City Am.
Yep, Salt Lake City Am. And then you have, is Noah Schoen in there too?
Noah Schoen is in this tournament. He was a semifinalist in the State Am last year.
Yep, he was he had quite a State Am for himself. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and predict a back-to-back for David Lichty.
Okay.
I mean,
it's not back-to-back because he didn't win the Salt Lake City Am.
Well, that's true. It's back-to-back to him. I mean, he won.
Okay.
He won 2 tournaments. So.
Yeah, so he won at Valley View a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And he's in the field here playing with his brother, which is kind of cool.
And the reason he needs to get all he can is because he wants to play the Provo Open.
He'll be able to play the Provo Open.
No, but he wants to. I mean, he's going to be good in Provo Open.
Okay,
I'm calling it.
Oh, I see. Are you calling David Lichty in the Provo
for the
Open
whole
right
year?
now?
I'm just
You're just going to go with Lichty.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lichty today. I'm going to go with Lichty today because he's had some rest, and then I'm going to go with Lichty for the Provo Open.
Lichty is paired with Jordan Hammer, who has won a couple of PPR events already this year. There's a name that you have to pay attention to as well. This one is really cool. Eric Rustand and Austin Rustand. Austin, our friend, of course, works in the SID office at Brigham Young University. Eric Rustand, former generation, but one of the great names in Utah golf back in the day. Nick Nilsson, a former State Am champ, he is in the field here as well. Nick doesn't play a lot of tournaments anymore. His life has kind of moved into a different phase.
Well, it says a lot about
this is one of the ones.
Yeah, it says a lot about this tournament.
Yeah,
he would come out and play.
He'll play in State Am and he'll play at Art City. It's kind of it for Nick. Mm-hmm. But Art City is that kind of draw. And Shane Brady is in the field as well. These are some of the names that we're going to be looking for. I should have mentioned
3
Cameron
minutes.
Crawford. But there will be one thing we know about this tournament is that it will produce a worthy chapter. Absolutely.
And you're going to do a podcast.
We'll do a podcast. Check them out wherever you get your podcasts. There is news out of the Utah Golf Association. They announced State Am venues coming up. Let me just run through those quick like here. For the women's State Am, they're still yet to be announced for 2027. For 2028, the Logan Country Club, 2029, Alpine Country Club, and here is the news. 2030, Entrada at Snow Canyon, Utah Women's State Am in 2030 in southern Utah. Now,
wow.
Keeping that thought in mind, here's the State Am venues coming up. 2027, Willow Creek, 2028, Oak Ridge, 2029 to be announced, 2030, Alpine, and 31 in Entrada at Snow Canyon.
Wow.
So 2030, the Women's State Am goes to Southern Utah, first time ever. Yeah. 2031, the State Am goes to Southern Utah, first time ever. It'll be played in June rather than July. Try to beat a little bit of the heat.
Please.
Please, really. Yeah, just they won't. But the point is, State Am in Southern Utah in 2031, Women's State Am in Southern Utah in 2030. Significant news. This has been a long time coming, and I applaud you for doing that. Black Desert tickets are on sale as of this past week. Yep. Go to blackdesertevents.com or, Bank of Utah Championship.com.
Yes.
You can get tickets for the Bank of Utah Championship at Black Desert, right on sale now. And also at that same website, bankofutahchampionship.com, you can sign up to volunteer. Volunteer registrations are open right now for the Bank of Utah Championship at bankofutahchampionship.com. And one other thing real quick, the Utah Golf Expo is coming back. It'll be at the Mountain America Expo Center on Saturday, July 18th. We'll have more information about that.
45, start to wrap up.
Utah Golf Radio. The Expo is coming back. All right. That wraps us up for this show. Watch for the podcast for the Art City Am winner. This is Paul Pugmire thanking you for being with us today. Thank you for listening. and I'm advising you to don't jab it like Jan.
Jan Brownstein is reminding you to pug it or to chug it. Don't pug it. You messed me up. That's your fault.
Thank you so much for listening. Please replace your divots, fix your ball marks, and for Andy Curtis, don't spit sunflower seeds on the green.
Stop it.
You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you, guys. Paul, I will send you AP's number and everything, all that, in a couple minutes.
Thanks.
Okay. Have a good rest of your weekend.
You too.
Thanks.